What is up, y'all? It's Bernadette Joy. And are you worried about the economy? Are you worried about inflation? Do you feel the pinch on your pocket right now? If so, you must watch this video. I am your millionaire mentor, and 8 years ago, I was $300,000 in debt. And now I am a retired millionaire in my 30s. And in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 tips on how you can save more for retirement so that you don't ever have to worry about the inflation, your future, savings, retirement, all of that stuff. I will share with you some of my biggest tips, and I want to let you know that everything is going to be okay. And if you want more content like this, please subscribe and check us out at crushyourmoneygoals.com.
The first thing is I just don't know where to start when it comes to putting myself in a good financial position. Yes. What would you say?
Yes. Well, the first thing I would say is start believing that it's actually possible. Yeah. So I am 38 and I have enough to retire.
Right now.
Right now.
How did you do it, Bernadette?
I know that I get that question all the time. And we're going to talk about some of those tips. But the first thing that I had to figure out was, okay, am I going to wait until I'm in my 60s or 70s to retire? And I saw my father, work until his 70s. And I got inspired to say, you know what, even if I fail at being able to retire in my 50s or whatever, I can still try little things now that can help me, get there faster.
All right, so everyone else, their ears perked even more up. What's the first thing that you did here?
Yes, so the first thing I would say is to consolidate all of your retirement accounts. So there's a lot of people who have worked who maybe have old 401k sitting out there if they've transferred jobs, or have a bunch of retirement accounts, or maybe they got those from inheritances and stuff, is to take all of those and combine them into one individual retirement account. Because first of all, there's money sitting out there that you could be growing.
Right.
It's a lot more things to have to manage, but then also you're paying less in fees because you have everything consolidated into one place. And so you'd be surprised how many people I work with who have just 401k sitting out in the universe and not paying attention to them.
Ta-da! If you like this content, please go ahead and check out my latest project. It's the Crush Your Money Goals book, and it will be available for purchase December, but now you can get it for pre-order, and you can learn the 25 money habits that will help you save, invest, and plan for financial freedom the same way that I did and was able to retire by 40. Check it out at crushyourmoneygoals.com.
Find all the monies and put them all in one place.
All the money's in one spot. Okay. Second tip you say is to optimize those retirement accounts before going into an investing app.
Yes.
How do you optimize those accounts?
Yes. So often when I talk to people who have day jobs, they say, oh, I'm putting up to the max. And what they think they are doing is putting up to just the match, right? They'll say, oh, I'm putting the 4% or the 5% of what people, my company told me to do. But actually, the amount you're allowed to put in every year is up to $22,500. And what I'm finding is a lot of people are going into the investment apps like the Robinhoods and the Acorns and saying, oh, let me put a little bit money here. But the challenge with that is that if you're putting money into a regular brokerage account, which is what those apps are, which got very popular the last couple of years, you're paying a lot more in taxes. You're paying a lot more in taxes. And do you want to pay more taxes?
No, nobody wants to do that.
Nobody wants to pay more taxes, right? And so a lot of people don't understand is that you can invest in a lot of the same things into individual retirement accounts or into 401ks, but you have lower fees, you have things picked out for you, because a lot of times it can be confusing what to invest in. And so before you go into the apps, make sure you put in as much as you can into your retirement accounts first, because you're going to save a lot more money on taxes.
You're so right. I think when you think you're putting in that 6% or that 5%, like, oh, I've done the most I can, but if you need to see how much that equates to, right?
Actual dollar amounts. And I think that's another thing that people have to think about is not thinking in percentages, think in dollar amounts.
Dollar amounts. Okay. You also say pay down all that credit card debt before you keep investing.
Yes. So there is no shaming. And Crush Your Money Goals, we teach that, money should be shame-free and guilt-free. But there's been a lot of people who've gotten credit card debt lately, and it's been growing at a big amount because interest rates have continued to go up, right? And so right now, I'm seeing interest rates for credit cards as much as 24%, which is wild.
Right. If you let that sit there, that's ridiculous.
If you let it sit there, it's not only ridiculous, but it's also just taking away your ability to save more money. And so I went a little crazy. I went to become completely debt-free in my 30s, and that has been able to let me save so much more money towards investing. So even if you're not thinking about retirement accounts, even if you're like investing is really complicated for me, you can make more money just paying off your credit card debt, because think about all the interest you would have paid instead.
Yeah, we don't have much time, but I do want to ask you, because I'm listening to you, did you just really hunker down when you were saving and just really, really watch it to be able to save more and spend less?
I did hunker down in the sense of, you know, I got really, really intentional about my finances, but a lot of people think, oh, you became debt free, so you must have been just staying at home and doing nothing. No, I like to have fun too. I like to go listen to music and have fun with friends. And so a lot of people don't think that you can save money and also have an enjoyable life.
Right.
You can do both.
You can do both, and you figured it out, which is, I appreciate you sharing your tips with us.
Yeah.
And all of you at home, obviously, want to put the information, Bernadette Joy's information here on your screen. You heard her with crushyourmoneygoals.com, Instagram, Twitter. You can follow along as well.